Le faux fil en balle sans les mains, tu m'as pas vu bégayer quand fallait passer le lent. Sans caraché quand t'as négro, j'ai choisi mes modèles, c'est fiable comme un moteur allemand. En indé sans cara, sans chicot, et je fais tes crocs bien plus que les grands de tes grands. J'étais ma bas, ils sont pas concentrés. J'attends pas la passe, ils peuvent pas s'entrer. Je bande, on me parle pas de pas années. On n'est pas venu ici pour se pavaner. Rembatassé, j'ai me cessé. Je tourne la poignée, je frasse le temps. Je roule comme si quelqu'un m'attend. Je cale pétard entre mes dents. Bah ouais. J'suis la bécane. J'fume la beuh. J'm'en bats les couilles, c'est dangereux sa mère. J'vois que des barreaux en fer. La bécane crie, j'sors de l'enfer. Sur un grand fer, bah ouais. J'sors la bécane. J'm'en bats les couilles, c'est dangereux ça me lève. J'vois que des barreaux en fer. Avec un cri, j'sors de l'enfer. Sur un grand fer, ouais. La crête a focalisé. La haine que je ressens, mes pensées. Dans ce business balisé. Oh. J'sors avec Kali. J'sors avec Kali. Je veux la beuh. J'sors avec Kali. Je veux la beuh. J'sors avec Kali. J'm'en bats les couilles, c'est dans nos affaires. J'vois que des barreaux en fer. La bécane crie, j'sors de l'enfer. Sur un ton fer, bah ouais. J'sors la bécane. J'm'en bats les couilles, c'est dans nos affaires. J'vois que des barreaux en fer. La bécane crie, j'sors de l'enfer. Sur un ton fer, bah ouais. Bah ouais.
Black gangsters. We keep it banging like niggas out riding got me thinking about dog. We so West Coast, slow motion rolling with the toes. We keep it gangster, nigga. We keep it gangster, nigga. We keep it gangster, nigga. We keep it gangster, nigga.
Hey, yo. Hey, HotFacts with Robert-Reese, man. This your boy Dash Bandicoot tapping in with you, brother. Hey, Shit, I'm right here on a break in my dash right now, getting busy, but I figured I'd tap in before I eat some grub real quick. But yo, man, I like your channel, like what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we share some of the same ideas as far as like how to navigate this gig market. So just tapping in, showing love, man. I seen your comment. Finally got a chance to hit you, bro. Whenever you get a chance back, man, just holler, man, for sure, man. Love, bro. Be safe.
That's why JB Gunner kind of blew off Cherry. Cherry's a partner, but he ain't making nothing. Not on this site. But he's still here, just like me. Now, Robert Reese, I don't know what's going on there. I can't play to it. I'm not going to play. I don't know what's going on there because I had never seen anybody pull up a known racist, have an adult conversation with known racist, hold his shit with a known racist, keep us cool, have the conversation, let that known racist speak. We all heard every word JB Gunner said. Some of us lost respect, some of us gained respect. But one thing happened that night. You cannot tell me that Robert Reese does not have the game to fucking pull off the most epic interview I've ever seen. Or you've seen.
Get that in, sir. We are at the Fast Strip, people. We have another local hot facts with Robert Reese. What makes you stop here at the Fast Strip?
Cheap gas.
Now, is this the cheapest gas around?
Yes, it is. I checked the Gas Buddy. This is the place that you go if you want your cheap gas.
Now, check this out. You said Gas Buddy. Please explain that. I know what it is. For people that don't know, let them know what Gas Buddy is.
It's a website where you go on and check the prices for the gasoline and lowest in your area.
Yes, sir. Now, all you got to say is this. You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
Oh, yeah, people. We up in there, Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share whatever you like. And make sure you give it to whoever you want to give it to. We got a great show today. Hey, baby. I see you, Ava. I see you, Ava. We got a great show today. I was thinking about some things. I was watching Gil's Arena, and you know when they were talking about the best NBA team ever with Nick Young, and it's so sad that they never bring up one specific team. I will bring up that specific team. It is a Laker team. I will go ahead and do that. We got that going on. We're going to talk about do gangs run our economy? Do gangs run the economy? And we will break that down for all you guys here on Hot Facts. Okay, people. And I have something new that we will be doing. You know, as you see, how much are you worth? We will be putting that up there. And we have the award here. Now, this is a Dundee Award. You know, it's a real Dundee Award. We got this, but Dundee is being transformed into the Jeffrey Award. This is the Jeffrey Award Slap Yourself Award. So someone will be given the award of Slap Yourself for today. The person who just says the most ridiculous thing, you're going to get your award. And it's going to be for you. It's going to be for you. It's a Dundee. My man has a briefcase, so you can pretty much tell yourself to slap yourself with your briefcase, with whatever you want to put in the briefcase. It can be wet banana peels. It can be rocks. It can be nickels. It can be suede. It can be suede pants from the 1970s. You can slap yourself with a suitcase with suede pants on the inside. You can do that. Some people are going to get slapped, and they're going to get slapped with this. Now, we do know that Charlemagne has the donkey of the day, and people have dunce caps, and this is a Dundee. Now, this Dundee is now the Jeffrey Award, and it is now called the Slap Yourself Award. You will get slapped, and you will get this. Would like to tell you guys that got a whole lot of stuff going on. Got some stuff medically going on, and I got to go ahead and get checked. I ran across more immigrants doing the most ridiculous. And what I mean by that is, I'll start off just like this. How much are you worth? All right. How much are you worth? Now, there's a construction site right here that's ran by a Mexican American, and his whole staff, they're Hispanic. They're getting the job done. This place is getting built up in no time. We got some Americans that say, well, I'm not going to do the job because it's not paying me enough. We got people that do construction work and all that stuff, and they say, I'm not going to do it because it's not paying me enough. Well, what do you mean it's not paying you enough? But I can look over here and see that this Mexican American hired Hispanics, and they get the job done just like that. So how much are you worth? And are you valuing yourself on reality TV worth? Or are you valuing yourself on what your actual skills are, what you can do, and everything else like that? Are you valuing yourself as the owner of the operation when you're just someone that just works there? And do you think you do your job so well that you are valued at this much? And if that's the case, why are you still working at that company? They must undervalue you. So how much are you really worth? Check this out. Go ahead to try to pick up an order. Get an order. Asian guy's up in there. Same Asian guy I ran into the other day. They asked him, can you confirm the order? First of all, he was just standing there looking weird. It was only him in the front. And I've been said that I may be becoming a racist with this immigrant thing. But I'm not becoming a racist. I would say that I'm just telling you guys that, hey, I'm gonna bring to you what people are talking about and what they see or what they are afraid to talk about what they see. If I witness it, if I film it, I'm gonna talk about it. Now, there's a lot of the times where someone would think this person is this and that, and they are not. They are speak full English and everything, and that whoever said they are, you just made a fool of yourself. But then we do get that percentage to where this is what they're doing. They're renting out accounts from jobs that could be meant for someone else, even a natural immigrant here who has his papers and everything else done well. You could be stealing work from them. Now, let me tell you this, what happened. I'm going in there, I'm getting the order, and the guy just standing there looking clueless when there's no one in line. It's just him. He is the person that's in line. So while this person is in line, they said, DoorDash, my man did one of these. He like looked over his shoulder like this and looked this way, but he's the only one in line. So obviously they talking to you. He did not understand. Now, even though he's doing DoorDash, he didn't understand DoorDash. Huge red flag to me that he may be renting out an account. Now, what happens next? She put it to the phone and he said, oh, shook his head like, yes. She said, can you confirm the order? He just looked at her with a blank face like, he didn't understand, can you confirm the order? She didn't ask him for his last three like they do on DoorDash. She just said, can you confirm the order? He didn't understand what that was, so she said it again. Can you confirm the order? He pointed to the screen and he said, oh yeah. And then he hit the button. I told my wife that. She felt a certain way about it. She said, aren't you worried that you may be looked at as a racist when you're bringing this stuff out? And I was like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I just did a couple videos to point out what no one else would do in the gay content world, because I guess they don't want someone to think that this is what they are. But when you allow people who are not black to say nigga on your panel, and you allow the racists up there to say nigger on your panel, and you do nothing to them, and then you say you in DoorDash Revolution, you two black content creators, go over there and leave my white ass alone. I guess that's not racist enough. So speaking about the immigrants and actually showing proof and talking about it, you know, they don't want to become more racist than they are, but I'm not a racist. I'm just telling you what actually happens. So I said, nah, I'm not. And then she brought up this to me. She said, well, what about when you say the short Mexican tree trimmers? I said, yes, that's what they are. Ain't no American, ain't no, first of all, on these palm trees and stuff here, ain't nobody getting up to the top of them trees except the short Mexicans. That's who normally have the job. They are also the horse jockeys. You know why? Because where they come from, that's the height, and it works out here. Now, we do have here in LA, where we have people that came from, and you can tell that they came from the pygmies in Africa. You can tell because they're just really short black people. I'm talking about just really short black people, or they look like they came from somewhere in South America, or somewhere in one of those tribes in Papua New Guinea. We got those here too, but you only see them in certain areas sprinkled out. What you normally see out here is the Hispanics are so smart that they figured out what jobs Americans can't do, what jobs Americans won't do. It just so happened that the really short Hispanics, the Mexicans, and they could be from South America, but I would say 70% are from Mexico because we're right next door. Some may be from other countries, but they all speak Spanish. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but they know they can do that job. Do you know that if you are a homeowner and you want the tree trunk removal, that's $5,000 by itself to remove your tree stump? Do you know if you want someone to get up there at the very top when the wind's blowing side to side and that tree trimmer is up there working side to side on that palm tree, it's going to cost thousands of dollars. He's going to get paid what he's worth. He's risking his life. He's going home with hundreds and maybe thousands a day because landscaping and doing all that stuff, they got to pay big money. And when you're dealing with these $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, $10 million homes, they have land. And that's what they're going to pay for. So that man is making money and he knows his worth. Now look at what the American will do. Let's look at the people that clean the windows on skyscrapers. That job used to be a hard-working American job. Getting up there on that skyscraper when the wind's blowing, going side to side, you up there cleaning windows because that high-priced lawyer up there who charges $1,000 an hour, he's on the 28th floor. And he wants a clear window to see the full city with no fog or even look over it. But now guess what? The Americans even said that job might be a little bit too dangerous for me. I will only do that if we got all this other stuff. The Americans want to be the crane operators, where you sit down on the base on the ground and you're working that crane. The crane operators start off at about $175 an hour. They say I'm worth that. Then they get these big contracts, these sky rises, these apartment buildings and downtown LA, and they making buku money out there doing it. They say I'm worth that. But do you know how much you are actually worth? I tell people that you may say I'm worth $1 million. You may feel that way. Are you really worth that? Are you really worth a bag of nickels? Are you really worth a bag of peanuts? Depends on what country you are, whatever you can be bought for is pretty much how much you are worth. In America, you probably will put a dollar amount to how much you are worth. Right? But if you go to another country and let's say you want to get married, they may say you got to pay me in cows. You got to pay me in goats for my daughter. You got to pay me in goats for my son. You ain't even worth money like that. And they ain't even trade money because they just live off the land. So how much are you really worth? How much are you willing to say, you know what, I'm worth this much? I'll tell you this, as a salesman who has done independent sales for over 20 years. There is a high and a low. There's an in-between, and then there's a settling. It's pretty much what will you settle on? What will you settle on as a person is pretty much how much you're going to say you're worth. How much will you settle on per hour? Is that how much you're worth? Or will you say, man, I work this tired job. I ain't going nowhere with this job. But when I talk to people, I change things. And my words are worth like $1 million. So do you know how much you're worth? What about in your community? You know how we used to have all the moms. It don't matter. They knew all the kids' names, and they gonna tell on you. They go snitch. Your parents gonna know what you did because they are going to snitch. That community, all of those kids graduated junior high, high school. All of those kids graduated. All of those kids did all that stuff. So that community is worth a whole lot more. And if you are part of that community, you were like, man, we are worth a whole lot in this area. Do you know how much you're worth? Now, we hear people in the gig community say, know your worth. Now, it's different. There's different gig jobs. You could be a taxi driver. You can be a writer. You could be someone that's an underwriter, is what I would say. You can be someone that does titles and deeds. You can be someone that is a notarizer. There's so many different things. Personal training. There's different consulting things. They say, how much are you worth? Well, how much are you willing to charge every hour? And are you willing to stand on that price? Or do you feel like inside, I can't charge that much? I don't feel like that inside. So do you really know how much you are worth? And if you are watching this right now, the link for the StreamYard is on my community post with this live posting. Do you know how much you're worth? I'm getting tired of people saying, you know, when I'm delivering food. Well, if you're delivering food, I wouldn't move. I am worth, look, they say don't move your car unless you're getting paid like $8, $9. So are you saying you're worth $8 or $9? And no one really calls you guys out for that, but I want to say that. And you're telling people that, hey, you're a loser and a clown because you took an order that was showing this, but then you got a $20 tip and you made $25 instead of the whatever it was. But that person said, yeah, man, I'm going to take this order. It's $9 for 3 miles. I'm taking it. I'm worth $9. So are you worth $9? Do you even know how much you're worth? This goes out to those gig content creators who get out there and talk that shit. That's what I would like to know. Are you worth how much you made in the day for that day? Or are you worth how much you accept every order for or whatever job? Is that how we are running this game? That's what I would like to know right there. So do you know your worth? Some people say, man, I got this job and guess what? I have to do the Diddy shit. I have to touch my boss's balls and not tell nobody about it. So are you worth ball touching? It ain't even no money involved with that. So is your worth you touch balls? Is that your worth? Think about all this shit Diddy going through and all these idiots who sold themselves for a night that they could have had any other night with their friends without doing all that nasty ass shit with 8,000 bottles of baby oil. And let me tell you this, if you got 8,000 bottles of baby oil, do you know you can't even play slip and slide right? Do you know everyone's just falling all over the floor? You can't even grab nobody. So therefore, you just talking about it's just genitals flying all over the place. Diddy saying, hey, and he play left leg on how you play Twister again? Left leg square, whatever it is, and can't nobody even put their foot down because they go slip. You get groin pulls and all that, and then Diddy talking about, well, I got all y'all butt naked playing butt naked Twister with 8,000 bottles of baby oil, and y'all can't tell nobody. And when y'all go back to work, everybody gonna know about it. You're not gonna get fired, but that's how much you're worth. You are worth however much lubrication went on your body, and you did all that nasty ass shit. So are you worth that? How much are you worth? Diddy and Epstein and made these niggas go nuts in this world. How much are you worth? Somebody can say, hey, Diddy, I ain't gonna do it for a bottle of baby oil. If you give me 12 bottles of baby oil and I get a whole month vacation, oh, Martha, the cleaning lady, you got Martha to come Diddy like, yeah, man, I told her I was going to deport her whole family if she didn't come. And you like, yeah, I'll do it, Diddy. How much are you worth? Silicone said, I'm worth more than Eli. And you know what? People, I'm gonna talk about this. There's a podcaster by the name of Eli Mellis. And Eli Mellis is not a bad guy. Eli has been saying forever that me and him are going to be doing something in the future. And yeah, that is going to happen. I'm going to be doing a follow-up thing and go through some of the things that he's been going through. And he's been having people call shelters and police stations saying that he's abusing his wife and he's starving her and he's doing it. And then he gets these super chats for a couple dollars. And when he gets these super chats for a couple of dollars, he gets excited because he's defending himself. And these people are giving him in their troll accounts, and they're giving him a couple dollars for them to say all that stuff. And he doesn't quit, which is the thing. That's the thing, that he's resilient. He does not quit, but he still comes back. And it's like, are you coming back just for a couple dollars? Eli, you're not worth a couple dollars because these people spend all of their time following you. They spend all their time following you. You're not worth a couple dollars because they pay attention to your words. Mighty Honey Dream Warrior gets the slap yourself with the briefcase 88,000 times with 28,000 tax inside the suitcase, and she gets the first Jeffrey Slap Yourself award. Slap yourself, Jeffrey says, for going live and just keep banning people and banning me and for getting up there. Now, you said to me, I hope your content, you're making money on it. And I am. I make money on my content. Am I worth what it says on how much I make on my content? No, not yet. Definitely not yet. Because there's different barriers and walls you got to break through. All right. Now, I'm worth more than whatever it is. My time is worth more than whatever it is. But I enjoy spending my time doing this. How much is this worth? I don't know. I do it. Now, you also said that if I was going to watch the news, I'd watch a real reporter. Well, don't you know that your First Amendment gives you the right to have your own credential? It's up to you to get out there and put your feet on the road and go put that information out there and go do your real life reporting, which is why I tagged you in everything that I have. Well, not everything, but I tagged you in some content with me reporting. There's fire chiefs, police chiefs. There's First Amendments. There's everything there. There's news what's going on in my city. There's news about what's going on across the nation. I've done all of that. And by the way, more than half of the gig news that you have received has come from HotFacts with Robert Reese. You also have to reply to me by watching what I said, so you were watching my news channel. I gotta say that there. You also said in a comment that doesn't Reese know he has a rap sheet? I have a rap sheet. Yeah, I've been arrested about 8 million times, but I have no convictions. Same as Cat Williams. Same as other people. No convictions. Not convicted means the DA dropped everything on everything that they tried to get me on. Everyone knows that. Everyone does. Now, am I worth you saying I have a rap sheet? Let me ask you, how much is my rap sheet worth? Did I go kill 18 million people or unalive 18 million people? Was I responsible for the Holocaust that killed 11 million and only 6 million were Jews? Was I responsible for all of the people in the concentration camps in North Korea for passing away because they make them eat themselves in their own feet and the rats eat them up and they don't give them food? I got to know certain things. I know that while alive, I am an asset to my community and to whatever else I have going on. Do you know how much you're worth? I got to ask you that. Now, you guys may not know who I'm speaking about, but this was just brought up to me. So I answer things when they are said to me. I answer comments and questions when they are given to me. That's what I do. And if you want to know, this channel is called Mighty Heidi Dream Warrior. And it's a channel that is a D-. I went ahead and did my background check. It's a D- on Social Blade. And at the same time, this same channel, the content up there is about harassing and stalking grown people. So if you think that your whole existence of walking around life in this world, you are worth doing that, then congratulations. You should not do that. At all. At all. You should not do that at all. I think you're worth more than that, than being a blabbermouth and making up nonsense. I think you are a bigger person than calling out rideshare Lisa and we're gonna sleep with each other's men and all this other stuff and get men to attack the women and all that. I think you are a bigger person than that. But from doing my research and everything else, and I covered that story a long time ago. So from doing my research, I would say that you are so much worth more than stupid drama and trying to be a nasty person sleeping with other people's men and bragging about it. And then having men fight the women. I think you are a bigger person than that. Mr. Flex, are you worth more than this? You said that I tried to say that there's a guy named Bobby out there, and he tried to say that I said he was cheating on his wife. Are you worth a man fake dry snitching on some bullshit that never happened? Are you worth more than that? Because I'm going to tell you exactly what I said. And Roy told Bobby in his own life. Real talk with Roy. Bobby, you said it. You've done it. We've all seen you do it. Bobby is a heavier set man, weighs about 360 pounds almost, and he's about 5'5". So he is a heavy set man. Bobby feels a certain way about himself, and I'm a nutritionist, and he told me, Reese, why don't you give your he tried to troll me the other day and say, why don't you just go ahead and just give your credentials? Well, I'm a nutritionist, and I have a food plan that is created, and it is fail-proof. And I give them out to my viewers for New Year's resolutions and things like that, so they can have something to fall back on, so that they can see that they can eat a whole lot of things that you didn't think you can eat, and it's all healthy. Bobby refused my food plan. Why? Because like men, we are stubborn. That's why most trainers who are not dealing with sports, women are going to be majority of their own clients. Men don't want to listen to another man get in shape and lose weight. A man is not going to tell you, yeah, I got to lose 10 pounds to get inside this tuxedo for this wedding. No, a man will say, man, I'm going to go ahead and watch this Billy Blanks DVD, and you go quit 10 minutes in and start drinking a shake and eat some pizza, and then your friend's going to call, say, hey, you want to go out? He'll say, you can do it later, and then you'll leave. The woman's going to say, well, my mom said that all the bridesmaids have to look right for this wedding. So we all have to, so that's what I'm paying for. There is a difference there. Bobby turned it down. Now, how Bobby feels a certain way, he has to feel so much more and know his worth. Bobby, you are worth so much more than what you put yourself down on. Look up at yourself. Go do it. Do what you got to do. You can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. There was a time where there's a man and this guy used to come around in the community, and his wife, someone said that they look like twins, Bobby's wife and the other guy's wife. And when you look at them, and JB Gunner will say, well, the person that I was with, and this is who I was with, he calls her in his own words, a fat cow. Now, That's not what these people are, but that's what he says because he says, I tell you from what I see. Bobby is with someone who is happy with herself because she married him. She loves him. But Bobby goes around and telling people, have you seen this new chick, the one with the nice rack, the nice boobs and all that other stuff? Now, maybe that might be some type of, and this is what I would tell my clients, don't do stuff like that. Don't make fun of yourself like that by saying that you cannot go and be that or be whatever else it is. You just got to go ahead and work for it. Know what your genetics are, know what body type you have, and go work for it. Now, even though that might be some type of fat shaming for themselves, he has a wife, and Bobby says, hey, I want to go, I'm only over, well, from his own words, I'm only over there for the titties, and I like them. And it's another woman who does not look like his wife. And what I said, Bobby, are you going to talk about other women's titties behind your wife's back because you were trolling me? They said that I said that Bobby was cheating on his wife. And I said that he was actually physically or doing whatever with his cheating on his wife. That's not what I said. So, Mr. Flex, do you feel like you are worth more than creating nonsense drama? Now, Jaded Driver, you said that this. Let's go ahead and get into this. You said, now, what if Jessica was mean and she saw that and she got mad at Bobby and said, look at what they're saying about you and this and this and that. Oh, I believe it. Remember what you guys did? Flex, when you were saying there's no way in the world Reese gets all them tips and stuff like that. He's going around flirting stuff. And then you guys had my wife saying, well, they're saying this about you and that. Guess what, Jaded Driver? That scenario that you actually went through happened to me. And it came from you guys over there. So are you guys worth more than putting up nonsense drama? That's definitely not true because I showcased everything and it's not on none of my videos. So do you know how much you're worth? Or are you only worth that? People, worth is not just money. Are you worth that? Someone says, Robert, sup with you, my guy. Heidi, Flex, and Jaded are all good people, homie. Well, I got Mr. Flex on camera right here saying nigga. They got mad at Sam Lee for saying nigga. Sam Lee is from up north. And you guys don't know. Down here, the Asians is niggas. The Cambodians, the Filipinos, they say nigga. Up north, they roll with the blacks. They say nigga. Y'all gotta start doing some research. But I got your boy Flex saying nigga. And I got JD Gunner saying that Flex is a real racist because I am one, and he gives me super chats on all of my live streams. So Flex, are you worth the super chats and being a racist? JD Driver, when that scenario that you brought out, did you realize that that's what your people did to me? You guys are saying things that don't make sense, and you guys are all hypocrites. So are you worth being a hypocrite? First section of my show. Heidi also said, Reese, I see how you get down. You don't let people talk. I got over 100 interviews that I sent you. NGB was just up here and said he loved how it was all the way fair and everything. I have on-scene recording and all type of stuff. All right? And that does not happen. I gave you a chance to click the link and you said no. And you tried to go on yesterday to try to seem like you were smart. And you're not. You asked me, are you dumb or something saying that I win my cases because people don't show up? I win real cases that are on record. And I am my own lawyer. On the record. I represent myself. That's why I vote for myself whenever I vote for president. I represent myself. I don't know what cases that you do with civil cases that you do when you win. That's what I was talking about. And you're a paralegal who knows nothing about. All you do is staple papers and put packets together. And you may know that, oh, well, if you're going to fill out this, you got to go down to do this and do that. You may know self-help success center type shit. But winning cases, I don't know. So are you worth putting up bullshit and making up nonsense? Are you worth that? Jada Driver also said, let's go look at Reese's Lives. The one with NGB probably got the most, and you can bet anything on that. Well, they blocked me, and if you go check, that's not the people I got content. I got shit like this. So do you know how much you're worth? Are you worth nonsense? What did he say? Bitch assness, rumors, and lies. Are you worth more than that? Do you know your worth? Throw the money out. Do you know your worth? Lying, cheating, and stealing and making up shit that gets thrown out in every community. I don't want to be that at all. Now let me show you people how we have a show going on right here. I want to say this. People say, well, is Donald Trump going to get votes? Watch this. Is he going to get black votes? Watch what Donald Trump means to the hip hop world.
How did that happen? Like you in the cell and they just said
he Gemini again. He was Gemini like me. His birthday 3 days after my shit.
Right.
And I wear like he be vibing out here too.
Right.
Trump is a Gemini?
I didn't know that. Hey,
I'm a Gemini.
Are you Gemini when you're
you got Mars. Nigga, that's legendary. See Donald Trump?
Yeah, fuck that boy. We ain't got like talk too much about that shit.
Nah, I gotta ask.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
That's fire.
You
got Mars. Nigga, that's legendary. Like, how did that happen?
I'm mafioso, bro.
Wait,
I ain't got what you call it. But yeah, man. Like,
okay, I got the lyric. It said, "I'd change my life tonight if Donald Trump reduced my sentence." He not only reduced his sentence, he pardoned you.
All that good shit.
That's hard.
It's never been done before.
Yeah, how did that happen? Like you in the cell and they just said,
he Gemini again. He was Gemini like me. His birthday 3 days after my shit.
Right.
And I wear like he be vibing out here too.
Right.
Yeah. May 28th.
Okay, my shit 6'11". My shit 6'11". Trump shit 6'14".
Well, Trump right now, even though he probably don't need it, if he needed $1 million, would you give him $1 million?
Of course, nigga. That ain't even no. That ain't even no on. That's it. How you on it? Your people don't feel come grab it?
Now Trump gave, what do you mean? Trump gave a pardon. Trump gave a pardon to, there you go. Got him out of jail and everything. He said if Trump needed $1 million, I would give it to him just like that. You guys think Trump got to go out there and get campaigns and get all these white Americans to go ahead? Trump has done things for the hip hop world. And like he said, I'm mafioso or whatever. He's mafied up. That's what he said. Everyone knew that George Bush was a gangster. Donald Trump is a gangster. Trump showed you how to go bankrupt and make all the money you can without paying for a lot of shit. That's gangster. Trump said that I can say whatever I want. He said just grab him by the, and everybody still voted for him. They would say that's gangster. Trump has got money from boxing and Don King and working with mobsters and gangsters and drug dealers. And that's how he makes his other money too. Now think about this. Think about the inner city. Why can't they clean up the inner city? All the drugs and the gangs. All those gangs are making money. Guess what? They put the money in so they can go in and sell it and they make the money. On top of that, these gangs are able to pay for lawyers. The highest paid lawyers represent gangsters and gang members who can get out and go do their operations again. So now you got to think, is America ran by gangs? Just think about it. Now, don't just think black gangs, Hispanic gangs. Think about biker gangs, Hells Angels, Mongols, Burgles, all those clubs, and all those clubs that's out there in British Columbia and all up there. Just think about that shit. Think about that shit. They have these $1 million homes sitting up with infinity pools, and they got all their money. They get involved in racketeering and all this other stuff, and then they get caught up in sex trafficking, but all of a sudden, they don't take the fall. Somebody else does. That person still is out there. You know why? Because those lawyers and judges and police officers, the high-ranking ones, they're at them Diddy parties. So do gang members and gangsters run the economy? Now, someone said, well, the mob used to do it. No, it still goes on. The economy is ran by the gangsters. Don't you think that all in these super rich areas in the burbs, they got to deal with that nonsense? They looking up like, yeah, I control all of that down there. Guess what? I only deal with those people when we got to do court, when we're at one of these parties. Because check this out. Most of the big drug deals happen at these parties where the DAs are, the lawyers are. Let me ask you this. Obama been at parties with Secretary of Defenses and all them, and there's real gang members and gang lords in there, mingling with them people. Kamala Harris been in them rooms and everything. They in there mingling with them people. Think about it. NWA, Eazy-E and them made a trip to the White House. Crips. Kelly Port Compton Crips. 2 C's on it. Kelly Port Compton Crips. Come on now. Come on now. They made it to the White House. Look at this. You got the Pyrus in Compton. When Kobe was alive, that's who was catering Kobe's wedding and his food with the barbecue. The niggas in the hood, the gang members. How they get in there to mingle at Kobe's house? In Newport. Right down there. The gangs being everything. The gangs know, you know what? Look, man, I'm about to go to jail. I'm about to go to jail for a year. I'm supposed to get I'm supposed to get like 8-9 years. I'm only gonna get a year, but I'm only gonna do like 3 months in, and I'm gonna be on a special program when I get out. The operation cannot slow down. Guess who's helping them do that? Those lawyers who are feeding off that gang money. So when you see gang members go put turkeys, they're giving out free turkeys and all this stuff. They're doing all this stuff to give back to the community. Whenever they have police escorts and security when they're doing this stuff, how do you think that happens? Now ask yourself this, do gangs really run our economy? Just think about it. Everyone says, no, what you buying, what you spend on? Well, they're spending a lot of money on drugs, and fentanyl is taking all the way over. This is not a crazy take. Guarantee I have more money than 999. He said 999 out of 1,000 gang members, and I ain't nothing. And this is not no crazy. Are you serious? Are you serious? My little nephew who passed away before my mom did, he had way more money than you. How you give away a whole truck of PlayStation 5s? He had way more money than you. He got popped. He's not here, but he had way more. My oldest brother was driving around in Cadillacs at 13. Dipping. Giving my mom a bunch of money and stuff. Going to jail and getting out and everything. Way more money than you. Way more money than you. And guess what? They got more on you. You've been giving your money to shit that look, when you go donate to your Little, I'm done with shit. You gonna donate to them organizations and all that other stuff. That money is going to some of these organizations. What flag you wearing? All that stuff. It's going to all that stuff. How you gonna sit up here and just say that you make more money than all? You are a damn lie. Do you know how much? Do you know how much money Big Meech had? How you fly out 300 people at one time and pay for the whole international trip and everything and back and everything and beach? You ain't doing nothing like that. You ain't got bricks and shit to where the cops are acting like it's a routine pullover. They're pulling you over. They're actually going to seize your drugs because they are part of the plan. And they about to go ahead and do the transport because this is what happens. Don't you ever, Silicone, sit up here and say you got more money than 999 of 1,000 gang members out there. You are. Slap yourself. You know what? You know what? You get the next one. Slap yourself with 88 kilos inside this briefcase because you get the Jeffrey Slap Yourself Award. The second one. We giving them out every live stream. There is no way in the world you got money like that. And if you did have money like that, there is no way in the world you would be under. You're a guy with a woman's picture and your name is Silicone, meaning that you're fake as fuck. So therefore, there's no way in the world, because if you did, you wouldn't care about saying you are a philanthropist. You would not care. You would say that this is what I do, and I give out the money like this, and you would not care. You are not Harry Belafonte. No, you are not. You are not the head person that AAR got that money like that. So don't sit up here and say you got that money like that, Silicone. And that and I'm only calling you that because it's a fake name and everything. If you did and you were in all these gig channels, why ain't you? Let me see. This go. Let me see. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Can you hear me? If you guys can hear me, someone let me know if you can hear me. Let me see this. Let me do this. Let me see this. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? My audio is back. My audio is back. All right, cool. Cool. There is no way in the world, Silicone, you can say you making this money more than these gang members and all. There's no way in the world. that you can say you would show your face and everything. You wouldn't be a fake channel. You would not be afraid to show your face. And that's how I know. Hold up. All right, my audio should be good now then. It should be good. Should be all right. There is no way in the world, you would be out here, because if you are in all these gig channels, you would by far and for sure go ahead and be these drivers that don't make enough. You would be giving all your money out to them. You would be more generous than Hulk Smash and Cray Cray. You would be more generous. You would be giving it out to anyone that just says I'm a gig driver. You're not doing that. These gang members are out there. First of all, they are living by the gangster rules. You said if your cousin, I got multimillionaires. I didn't say my cousin. I said my little nephew had more money than you. I got a whole bunch of family that has more money than you. That don't, man. Yeah, but to get up here and say you have, and that's a bold statement. All right. Why you think I have money? Because I don't give it away. That is hilarious. But you always talk about, people say, oh, silicone. If you get silicone, you'll get a bunch of money. And we do send like 20s and sometimes 50s, every now and then 100 to some people. Yeah. Do it all day long. Do it all day long. Come on now. I can drive 10 minutes away from here and find somebody on the street who is the kingpin around here. He said most gang members don't have money. That's a false statement. Most gang members keep enough money in for a lawyer and they spread it out so they're not caught with all the money. All right. Most gang members spend their money buy their clothes. They spend it. They get it and they spend it for what they got to use it for. Now you will get some that will go ahead and then start investing it with these lawyers, getting all their funds set up like that at these parties that they go to. But then you got people that just blow it. It comes in so much, you blow it. They got way more money. How you use the money is one thing. Having it is a difference. It's a different story. Having it is a different story. We're talking about having it, not how you use it. And if all they do is go buy the most expensive stuff, then they spending more than you and still having it. They just waiting on the next lick. They waiting on the next scheme. They waiting on the next whatever else it is. And they got it. Then you got other ones that are there supplying these Hollywood parties with the drugs. Diddy had a drug mule. You know how much money that drug mule was making? Way more than what you can even count and think about. My man looked like he was a terrible skateboarder that was doing raves. My man looked like that. I know you want to tell people you got a bunch of money, but there's different leagues of it. There's real money, there's true money, there's hard work money, there's money that was saved up and you just know how to do everything. There's different levels of it. Yeah, having it long term. People say having it long term is what it is. They say generational wealth. They say that, right? They say that, right? Well, how come most Americans don't do that at all? Because they know to get it and spend it. Why do you think we have so many shopping days and holidays throughout the year? To make people just keep spending their money. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Stop playing with me. In Soldier Boy voice. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. Please stop it. Please stop it. You got to ask yourself, do gangs run the economy? If you take gangs out of the economy, do you know that everything would crash? Everything would crash. You would really see political party war. They all pick up from the same suppliers. How do you think El Chapo and them was getting away for so long? How do you even know if El Chapo is actually really in jail and he's not chilling and he's not just chilling? Because they can't stop that money like that. Come on now. People that brag about money too much is dead wrong. If you talk about how you make money, that is a difference. Super big gangsters jack, rob, loot, steal, and then they put money away professionally. That's what they do. I want to get into this. Let me see. I want to get into this. I'm going to switch this and we finna get into the NBA.
Like, so why get personal with another person? So you don't have to be direct, like emotionally attached to whatever it is that you're trying to debate about. But yeah, somebody is.
Yo, but what's disrespectful today? Because I feel like everybody think everything is disrespectful. If you have an opinion, like
disagreeing is disrespectful.
Disagreeing is hating.
It's highly disrespectful. You cannot have an opposite opinion of somebody else. You have to agree with them.
So if the masses are saying yes, and then you want to go this way, you look crazy.
You look crazy.
Like, because we all saying it, but you see something different, and it's just like,
we looking at the same thing. You saying this, you want me to say what you saying, but if I don't, you like, man, what the fuck? This nigga's crazy.
So now you're a hater.
Yes.
Well, with some things, yes, but with certain things that's obvious, yeah, like you should be able to like look at something like this cup is black.
Black, you know, because what is it, black and yellow? You know, somebody like, no, it's yellow and black.
Somebody might say, oh no,
it's more gray.
No, it's more like I'm saying.
It's
so
really white, but they spray painted over it.
Okay.
See?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The fact that you know that this was
I
white
know it's
at
really
first,
white,
but then it turned black.
You think it's black, and I'm saying that's a white cup. You don't even know.
That's a bar.
Intriguing.
And then you have people like
that's a bar.
Yours fucking truly.
I'm gonna go ahead and just stop that right there because what they are saying is true, and these NBA players also made me so mad. Kenyon Martin was like right there trying to tell the truth. The best NBA team ever of all time, people. Write your team in the comment section. Who is the best basketball team of all time? What team? What year? You let me know. Let's start doing it now. I'm going to wait. If you watch basketball, you should feel a certain way about this. You should feel a certain way about this. Now, they were saying that Nick Young was saying the team that he was on with KD and Durant and Draymond and Steph and Clay and them and Andre Iguodala, he said that was the best team ever. Then Kenyon was talking about the 2001, 2, and 3 Shaq. But then they always talk about just Kobe and Shaq. Then they brought up the team with Gary Payton and Karl Malone that lost to the Pistons. My question is, why don't they ever talk about the team that had Shaq, Kobe, and Glenn Rice? Why don't they talk about the Laker team that had Shaq, Kobe, and Glenn Rice? All right? Shaq, Kobe, and Glenn Rice. Which means that you can't stop Shaq. Kobe has free range. And he's playing with Ori and Fisher and Rick Fox, AC Green, Horace Grant, and all them boys. Then you throw in Glenn Rice, who is arguably one of the best shooters to ever touch a basketball. So if you double Shaq and Kobe's open and Kobe swings the ball to Glenn Rice, how do you stop that? That's the best team ever of all time. Then the Laker team, let me make sure I get this right. We went 15-1 in the playoffs. Let me do this. Let me go to my NBA reference. Let me just type up Glenn Rice so I get to it the quickest. Let me go to the basketball reference. (2000) NBA champ. Let me go to playoffs right here so it shows the. Let's go to that 2000 Laker team that won the championship. Team info. Also, what I want to do, go back. Let me do this. First of all, I want to see this first. For this team. This is what Social Blade is for. This is what Social Blade is for YouTube, y'all. This is what it is. And let me go ahead and get this stuff in there for you guys. They got a bunch of stuff popping up. All right, so on this team, we had, y'all don't even know these players. We had Kobe, John Celestin, he was nice. Derek Fisher, Rick Fox, Devin George, AC Green, Ron Harper, Robert Ory, Sam Jacobson, he was nice. Travis Knight got that money, got his $45 million and bounced. Tyronn Lue, Shaq, Glenn Rice, John Sally, and Brian Shaw. This team right here, with Shaq, Kobe, and Glenn Rice, there is nothing you can do defensively to stop this team. He said, how can you say that? You're not a coach. First of all, let's slap yourself 88,000 times. I'm known as Coach Reese. My dad is also Coach Reese. I've done my thing. My brother's done his thing. My family, we play sports. That's what we do. I'm Coach Reese. Speed, performance, agility, enhancement. Basketball, track, football, softball, volleyball, whatever your kid needs. Let's get to the specifics. Journalist, broadcaster, you're a liar. I am a journalist. I've done broadcasting. I do broadcasting when I do my own play-by-plays. I have them on my channel there. Collegiate level. I've already went over that. You can't say who was the best with certainty. That's the best NBA team with certainty. You probably didn't even play varsity anything. You probably didn't even make the junior high team. You probably didn't even play in Little League. Come on now. Let's name your travel ball teams. Let's name the team that you played with, the players and everything else. Who you grew up with, the training you got, the expertise you got. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. You played JUCO, played D2, you played some basketball. Now let's see who you played with. Who did you play with? What years? Let's break it down. Let's get into coaches, systems, rules, all that stuff. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Now, this Laker team, first of all, there's nothing you can do. Now, you can argue the next year, 2001, when we went 15-1 in the playoffs. The only game we lost was to Iverson in the final series. Then they got gentlemen swept or swept. Yes. Yes. They swept every single team in the playoffs. That's the playoffs. I'm talking about the whole team dynamic. Ron Harper at point guard playing defense, and he's 6'6". Do you know who Ron Harper is? How smart he is? What? First of all, what are you going to do when Shaq gets triple teamed and he's not dunking on you, and he kicks the ball to Kobe, who you'll send a double at? You guys will have to play like some type of zone to where Glenn Rice is going to be the open shooter. What you gonna do with Glenn Rice? And then you got Big Shot Bob. You got Robert Ory. You got Big Shot Bob. What you gonna do? What you gonna do with that team? You can bring any team you want. You got Shaq, Kobe, and Glenn Rice on one team, starting. Glenn Rice played 2 seasons, averaging 17 points a game. While Shaq is scoring 28, Kobe scoring 26, Glenn Rice is coming in with another 17. Because he said, I'm not going to score my 28 points a game. You know what? Let's go through, look. Points per game coming in as a rookie in the league, 13.6, 17.4, 22.3, 19, 21, 22, 21, 26.8, 23, 17, 15, 9, 12. Then when he's retiring and just going playing on teams, it's 12, 8, 9, and 6. He's scoring in the 20s. Let's go through his 3-point percentage. 38, 39,
38, 38, 41, 42, 47, 43, 39, 36-7, 38-9, 39-8. You're dealing with a 40% three-point shooter who can create his own shot while dealing with Shaq and Kobe. While you also have Rick Fox, Ron Harper, AC Green and them knowing their parts, but Brian Shaw comes in knocking down shots. You even got Devin George, the pride of Augsburg. And then you got Derek Fisher from Little Rock, Arkansas, coming in and getting busy on you, giving you that left-handed gangster jumper. What you gonna do with that team? What you gonna do with that team? You have no answer for Shaq by itself. You have no answer for Kobe, and you most definitely don't have an answer for Glenn Rice. So I get upset when they talk about the Lakers teams on that three-peat, and then they always say, well, it was just Shaq and Kobe. Why don't they ever throw in Glenn Rice and giving them buckets? What you gonna do with that team? There is nothing you can do with that team. Nothing you can do with that team. Shaq, Kobe, Glenn Rice. I don't care what NBA player you go find. I don't care what fanatic you go and get. There is no way you can stop that three-headed monster. That's a real big three. That was a 2000 big three. There is no way in the world you can stop that. And if you can, please tell me what lineup, because Glenn Rice was like 6'8", 6'9" also. Glenn Rice was tall as hell. Let me see. 6'8", 215 pounds. So Glenn Rice was 6'8", which means on when you put him in shoes, he's almost 6'10". So he's Peja Stojakovic, LeBron James height, Chris Bosh's height. Is that a cop height right there? That's his height. Glenn Rice was not, okay. Glenn Rice was not past his prime. In the 2000 season, Glenn Rice got there in 98, 99. Then they won in 99, 2000. Glenn Rice was coming in with 16 points in the game. He was 17.5 the first year. His second year was 16 points a game, while Shaq was scoring 28, 29 points a game. Kobe was scoring his 25, 26, and Glenn Rice was coming in with 17 points a game. There is no way in the world that is past your prime. It 80 of 80 games in the championship year that they played. Glenn Rice shot the ball 12.3 times a game. He's shooting his 40% from the three-point line, 87% from the free throw line. He's giving you 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and giving you 0.2 turnovers. So he's not even turning the ball over. So he is just a complete, well, that was blocks. He's giving you 1 turnover a game. So he's a complete asset to the team, and he's starting 80 of 80 games and giving you those numbers, while Shaq and Kobe are giving you just about 30 every night. So you get that, and then you come in with Glenn Rice. That's 70-something points coming in on 3 players. You cannot stop that. How old was Glenn Rice in that? It don't matter how old he was. He was giving buckets. The hell? Glenn Rice just left the Charlotte Hornets. He was 32. Glenn Rice was 32 years old when he won a chip. He got there when he was 31, and at 32, he won the chip, okay? And Glenn Rice at 32 years old, that's at the peak of your prime when you come in from 89 and 90. Now these players, like right now, DeMar DeRozan is 35. So now 35 is like 32. At 35, you were still in you were still in your prime at your pretty much prime. He was 32 years old and giving you them buckets. Look, he shot the ball 15 times. Look, let me give you how many times Glenn Rice shot the ball. Rookie year was 13.9 a game, then 15.5, 18.1, 16.1, 17.5, 17.1, 16.4, 19.2, 16.9. He shot the ball 16.9 times before he came to the Lakers. Then he shot the ball 15 times, and to win the chip, they brought in some help, and he had to shoot the ball 2 times less and still gave you the same. Now, come on now. That's the best team ever. There's nothing you can do with the all the way Omega Prime Shaq. Gorilla King Kong Shaq. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do with Fro Kobe. There's nothing you can do with Fro Kobe. That was all pure, I'm here. And there ain't nothing you can do with the legitimate vet, Glenn Rice. So that means they just didn't have a solid number 3. What do you mean? How is Glenn Rice not a, this is just blasphemous. You are doing this to try to just talk some shit. How was Glenn Rice in his prime not a legitimate 3 number 3? You can't say this to anyone that knows the game of basketball. You know what? You got 2 in one day, Silicone. Slap yourself 100 times with a flat basketball in this briefcase for talking that stupid. People, we are giving this award out. We are giving the Jeffrey Award out. Every live stream, someone will get it. We had Mighty Heidi Dream Warrior. Go check out that dull ass channel, and you'll understand why they got this. And now, Silicone, you just got it twice. You cannot be like that. Come on now. Glenn Rice averaged 16 points a game as a Laker. You know what? Let me click on this Laker team again. No, not the Knick team. No, Hector, we going to the Laker team. Let me click on the Laker team. Let me click on the Laker team. 2000. Let's look at let's go to stats. Let's go to points per game. Look at this. Shaq was averaging 30 points, 13.6 rebounds, 3.8 assists, and 3 blocks. Kobe was in there at 22.5 points a game, 6 rebounds and 5 assists, 1.5 steals and a block. Then you had Glenn Rice at number 3 at 16 points a game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. The rest of the team all contributed every game. How dare you say that? How dare you say that? You said, why am I the only one bringing up Glenn Rice? Because Glenn Rice was one of the players who had a black ball on their name. But once they said he's going to be an NBA ambassador, like Tim Hardaway, they bring him in. Go do your Glenn Rice history. Go do your Glenn Rice history. All-Star MVP also. 3-point contest extraordinaire and all that. How you gonna go ahead and go against Glenn Rice and say that's not a slap yourself, man? Slap yourself. You got to slap yourself. Not one real basketball person would ever agree with you on this. So you are on an island all by yourself. And any of them people that you hang with who've never played anything and they were never good at anything, they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Go Subaru that. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all sleeping. Y'all sleeping. Y'all sleeping. Y'all sleeping. How you gonna say a team that won the championship and they got these players and they three-peated? Could you imagine if Glenn Rice said, I want to stay? He didn't want to stay because he didn't like how much he had to give up with Shaq and Kobe. So he bounced around. He wanted more of I'm Glenn Rice, but it's Kobe's time. So he left. But he got a ring before he did. You sleeping. You sleeping. You got to go get your basketball game up. Get your knowledge up. Go get your knowledge up. Please get your knowledge up, because that was just stupid. That was just stupid. I can't believe I even entertained that. But I have to. And I want y'all to give my baby girl Ava a round of applause, because she says she's really good at her multiplication tables. Now, watch them hate on that. Now watch this. Let me see this. Let me do this. Why is it doing this? Hold up. Why is it doing this? Yeah, how much are you worth? The best NBA team ever, and do gangs run the economy? Well, people, we gone through all three. If this is your first time watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese, please like, share, and subscribe. We got all type of great stuff going on. What I'm gonna do for you guys right now is let you guys watch this news right here.
Reporters today who called the attack an ambush, saying his officer was executed. Last night in Oak Cliff, Officer Darren Burks was shot and killed while he sat in his squad car. 2 responding officers to that initial shooting were also shot in a gunfight. Officer Burks grew up in North Texas, graduating from Paul Quinn College, teaching math for nearly 20 years in high school before answering the call to protect and serve.
This is the man who killed Burks, Corey Cobb. He's being described as somebody who didn't believe in the law and frequently recorded these interactions with police. The Dallas police chief said he planned to kill an officer last night, and he put many more people in danger when he led police on a high-speed chase.
Our coverage begins tonight with an update on the investigation. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager is outside Dallas Police Headquarters. Peyton.
Steve, and it was an emotional press conference this afternoon with Dallas Police Chief Eddie Garcia. Chief Garcia says the gunman walked up to Officer Burke's patrol car and opened fire in a matter of seconds. Investigators searched his Dallas home and also scrubbed the suspect's social media, and that's where investigators found evidence that the attack was planned.
Our department is hurting. We're grieving the loss of our brother. And while we stand behind and support his loved ones and our injured brother and sister officer who are in their own fight after this senseless evil act.
Dallas Police Chief Eddie Garcia called the killing of rookie officer Darren Burks premeditated. Investigators believe 30-year-old Corey Cobb was looking to target officers Thursday evening when he parked his vehicle in the lot of an Oak Cliff Community Center off East Ledbetter Drive just after 10 p.m. 2 minutes later, Officer Burks stops in the same parking lot in between calls.
Cobb approached Officer Burks and talked with him briefly through the driver's side window as he recorded the encounter with a cell phone. The suspect then pulled out a handgun and executed Officer Burks as he sat in his vehicle.
Police say Cobb went to his vehicle and pulled out another weapon, a shotgun, as backup arrived on scene. That's when Senior Corporal Jamie Farmer got out and was immediately met with gunfire. Farmer was shot in the leg. Senior Corporal Carissa David also came to help. During an exchange of gunfire, she was shot in the face. Cobb took off north on I-35 in his white Buick, leading police on a chase into Louisville. Dallas police surrounded Cobb as he exited his vehicle on Stemmons Freeway and pointed a shotgun at police. 6 Dallas police officers opened fire, killing Cobb. No officers were injured at this scene. 2 shotguns were recovered in Louisville. 2 handguns were found at the original scene in Oak Cliff. Chief Garcia says all 4 weapons were purchased legally. Officer Burks was rushed to Dallas Methodist, where he was pronounced dead. Meanwhile, Senior Corporal Farmer was taken to Baylor and released on Friday. Senior Corporal David remains at Baylor Medical Center in Dallas in critical condition.
Our officers were targeted by this coward Our detectives have learned from social media that 3 days ago, Cobb Bay approached an unmarked squad car of an unknown law enforcement agency and recorded as he questioned the officers about why they were parked there. He expressed problems with his personal and professional life online. And 1 day ago, he made a post indicating an event was happening on Friday.
Is there any problem, officers?
Cobb Bay's social media shows recordings of police encounters like this one, which was recorded earlier this week, showing him confronting officers in an unmarked squad car. There's also evidence he considers himself a Moorish sovereign citizen, someone who believes they're above the law. Dallas police also say he posted there would be a big event happening on Friday, but it was Thursday night when he decided to kill Officer Burks. And at the press conference today, Chief Garcia says that he was able to speak with Senior Corporal Farmer today in person. He was released from Baylor Hospital. Chief Garcia also was able to speak with Senior Corporal David at Baylor. She's still fighting and has a long road ahead. Chief Garcia says that he was also able to speak with Officer Burks' mother. There will be a press conference also on Monday. The Dallas Police Department will release the body camera footage and also the dash camera footage, and we will follow that on Monday.
I don't know what just happened. StreamYard is tripping. I guess they didn't want me to eat poke bowl, crawfish and salmon and tuna and stuff in there. I guess they didn't want me to eat or something. Let me see what's going on. I just picked up my bowl and I was like, I'm just going to give me a bite of this while that's going on. And they did some weird stuff. Skip the live. I guess I'm on. Okay, I guess I'm on now. That was some weird stuff. Let me do this now. We got that there. That was some weird stuff. But people that they out there shooting cops and everything else and acting like they want to go film them and things like that. And that is dead wrong right there also. Innocent cops, my man going in to do a First Amendment audit and just said, I'm going to go give it to the cops. That's not cool at all. That's not cool at all. That is not something you should be doing there. And people respect the police Because chances are you're going to need them at least one day in your life. One of your kids might be the police. Someone might be a detective. Someone might be something. Okay? Someone might be something. But that's dead wrong. We got too much death going on. It sucks. There was another one. What I would like to say is this. Don't do that shit. And we out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. Dash Bandicoot. Let me see if Dash Bandicoot want to take us out. If not, oh, it's still tripping. It's tripping. It is tripping. It is tripping. Well, Dash Bandicoot, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. But let me see.
Hey, yo. Hey, HotFacts with Robert-Reese, man. This your boy Dash Bandicoot tapping in with you, brother.
Yo,
hey,
did it do anything?
Shit, I'm right here on a break in my dash right now, getting busy, but I figured I'd tap in before I eat some grub real quick. But yo, man, I like your channel, like what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we share some of the same ideas as far as like how to navigate this gig market. So just tapping in, showing love, man. I seen your comment. Finally got a chance to hit you, bro. Whenever you get a chance back, man, just holler, man, for sure, man. Love, bro. Be safe. Whenever you get a chance back, man, just holler, man, for sure, man. Love, bro. Be safe.